Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. We've got baseball on the show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Guardians.
And now, please welcome your
festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Jacob deGrom. What do you have on him?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Ready to go. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Number 9.
Live from Cleveland, this is Progressive Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Starting on the mound in this one, Parker Messick. What do you have on him, Siggy?
There's always a bit of a learning curve for rookie pitchers. You've got to get familiar with these big league hitters, and it's more of a chess match. But I think this kid's got good stuff and the potential to be great.
All right, ready to get underway. Bo Bichette up to the... And we're underway here in the home opener. To the right side, Altuve on to first. One out in the top of the first. And now it's Ivan Herrera.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Hey. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Just off the inside corner. And that's ball two.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. So Harper stands in. Ball.
I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Late on that fastball.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Well struck right field, and in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Jordan Walker in the box now. Takes strike one.
Oh, really good chance right here to pick up a run in the top of the first after what seemed to be a real quiet start to the inning.
And it's second. In the air to left center. Merrill makes his way towards it. And that is that. Back here in Cleveland. And now here's the starter for St. Louis, Hunter Brown. What do you have on him, Chris? Jose Altuve digs in for the Guardians.
Number 27, Jose Altuve.
Right through there for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now at the plate, Stephen Kwan. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Scott gets under it. And there's two down. Now it's Jose Ramirez. Ball. This one in the air center field. Scott under it. Brings it in. And that is that. We move ahead to the top of the second now. So now here's the Cardinals designated hitter, Alec Burleson. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Takes it in for the out. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals.
Mason Wynn.
And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. In the air, right field. Pajes on the move towards foul ground. 2 away now. And now Bader up to the plate.
Left fielder Harrison Bader.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. That's hard hit on the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. Now around second, going for third. Has some trouble with it.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
And that misses. And the count is 2-0. The Cards with a chance to score first here at the top of the second. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires over to first. That is the inning. Back now at Progressive Field. Bottom of the second. Willie Adames digs in for the Guardians. The shortstop takes the ball. That one to first. And foul ball.
That's ball 2.
That one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Up
That's
and
ball
in.
3.
Full count now. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I love how he tracked the ball right there and was able to get through that fastball just a little bit late. Otherwise, it stays fair. I think if the top hand is a little stronger, same swing produces a home run.
Three-two. That one misses.
Nope, that's inside.
So a leadoff
Ball 4.
walk.
Batting 5th, center fielder
Jackson Merrill digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. In the dirt. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Hang on. We
Now
got
time
time.
called at the plate. Late swing, foul to the left. Adames aboard here at first with nobody out. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? A two-run blast. The Guardians strike first. It's 2-0. Kyle Mansarda digs in for the Guardians. That
Ball,
misses,
that's outside.
and that's ball one. That's towards center. Scott moving under this one. And there's one down. So in now for Cleveland, Andy Pajes. This to third. Oh, the throw is over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a two-base error. One out, runner at second. And here is Hoskins.
Ball one.
Man at second.
Nope.
After giving up that
Outside.
home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
Move to second. Pajes back on a dive. Hand up
Time is
as
out.
he asks for time at the plate. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Pajes around third. He's safe. 3-0.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls.
Inside,
so a nice
ball
job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Bo Naylor stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss. Strike two. That one to first. One at second. Back to first. Not in time. So the Guardians lineup turns over. Jose Altuve getting ready to hit. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they creeping into my mind right now.
Checks over to first. Back safely. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. It sounded different than most hits coming off the bat. You don't need numbers to tell you the ball was hit extremely hard, but at 115 miles per hour, that's not an exit velocity you see very often. Very impressive.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A 3-run homer. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. It's 6-0. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Yep, that ball went out.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. The big 6 spot already on the board this inning, bottom half of inning number 2. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 2. Right side, Harper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Here in Cleveland, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Victor Scott. Bunting, but that's a foul ball.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice. But it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one away. Next to hit, Bo Bichette. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Bichette getting to start at the hot corner, hitting leadoff in today's game. And his batting average this season is over 300. On the ground to third, Ramirez. First two batters retired here in the top of the third. Two down, bases empty. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Drilled out towards left center field. That one is back. Tattooed and gone. He made him pay for that one, and they're on the board. It's 6-1. Here comes Bryce Harper. Doubled his first time up.
Hey!
This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Back here in Cleveland as we go to the last of the third. Willie Adames digs in for the Guardians. The shortstop takes the ball. On the ground right side, and that's just foul.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the third. And up next for Cleveland, Jackson Merrill. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Oh, look at the stop. To first. Nicely done for the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Scott settles underneath it. And that is the third out of the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now up the Cardinals number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's the Cardinal DH, Alec Burleson. Popped out to left his first time. Out to center. Merrill moving under it. And there's 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Slide to right his first time.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Hit hard, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. In the air to left center. Kwan on his way over. But it's the center fielder who gets there. And that is that. Back now at Progressive Field. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Andy Pajes digs in for the Guardians. And first offering is fouled off. Next pitch is outside.
Ball.
And that's too high.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Up next for the Guardians,
Rhys Hoskins to the plate. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Swings through that one, out in front that time. Not even close there. And 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. In the dirt. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. Man at second. Just missed.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should score the run. Pajes scores. And he's into second with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the
pitching change here. Gordon Graceffo.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Bo Naylor at the plate now. Just off the inside edge. Drilled out towards left center field. Got it. Nice grab. One down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Foul ball. Yo one. And a foul ball. Inside move to second. Hoskins dives back in safely. The 0-2. And that's
Ball
downstairs and outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And a base hit on the line. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. It's 8-1. And he'll reach second with one away.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Foul ball there. One out, and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hard liner. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Coming home. The run comes in from second.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. He swings and fouls one off. That misses the zone. Ball one.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
In the dirt. Here's a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That's
now.
ball three.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Guardians.
Willie Adames stands in. In the air, right field. And that's the third out. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Singy, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit, and I wouldn't want to admit it, but I think, you know, you have a good game the next day. You're maybe thinking a little bit when you're putting your spikes on. Which one did I put on first? What did I eat? You know, let me just bring that back into today.
So you weren't superstitious, you were a little stitious.
Yes, I was medium stitious.
And makes the grab. And there's one down. Here's a speed threat, Victor Scott. Lined, and that's a base hit. So the one-out hit turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Cardinals, third baseman.
Back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Down the third baseman, Bo Bichette has grounded out a couple of times. Runner on the go. Throw down, and he's out, and that wasn't close. A little out front there as he swings through it.
We've got some superstitions up here in the booth, and you never can say, hey, this game's going really fast early in the ball game.
Yeah, that is one of the ways that we are capable of putting the jinx on the game, is talking about how. There's a swing and a drive. Gone. He doinks it off the foul pole. He muscles that one out of here. And they cut into the deficit. So two down. Ivan Herrera will hit next. On the ground to third. Ramirez sends it to first. That ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Stepping up for the Guardians, Jackson Merrill. And that one ripped to left. Diving, gets down, could be extra bases. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So man aboard, Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. Breaking ball misses up and in. Swings through that one for strike one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
In the dirt. Moved to second, and he's back in safely. Man at second. And that one hit 97 on the gun. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
That misses. Ball 2. Steps off and bluffs a throw at second. Time called now. Now there's a bullet down the line, and it goes just foul. That one missed. Line to right, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
He was all over that one. Nice job. But driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single, and it's an 8-run lead.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Now, Bo Naylor. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 1 out. Now 1-1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe, and they now lead by 9.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle.
A new arm into the game, the righty, Ryan Stanek.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And a swing and a miss.
from a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. He's already homered in this game. That smash towards center. And that ends the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Now up for St. Louis, Bryce Harper. Andrew Walters will take over here.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle times when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well. You know, these Cards just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Jordan Walker. Swings through that.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Late with the swing there. Walters measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. Down, base is empty. So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Alec Burleson. And a swing and a miss there. The 0-2. That one lifted to left. And that is that. Bottom of the inning. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. Swing and a miss, strike one. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Willie Adames digs in now. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Ground ball right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that's a one-out single. Now here is Jackson Merrill. Towards first, but it kicks foul. Next offering is fouled back. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. So up next, Kyle Mansarda. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout.
Aye.
There's a swing and a drive. And that is a foul ball. Popped in the air, left field. And that is that. We go to the top of the 7th. Now St. Louis, Mason, a new pitcher in the game, Cody Hoyer.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Aye.
Swings through that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So here's Bader now. Late on that fastball. The Redbirds with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 0-2 now. On the ground to third. Ramirez sends it to first. And 2 away to start the 7th. So digging in, J.J. Weatherholt. Line drive, base hit. And that extends the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals,
Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals. Lays down a bunt to the right side. The underhand flip.
Safe, he's in.
Absolutely bang bang at first. Made his speed really work for him right there.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. Weatherholt, the lead runner out at second. Scott on at first with 2 down. Runners on the move.
Oh, that's just out.
Throw to second. Safe, and it's a double steal. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball left side. And foul ball. The 1-2. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 11-5. So 2 down. Now up for St. Louis. Ivan Herrera. Swing and a miss. Line drive. Base hit. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper.
Up next for the Cardinals, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Here comes Bryce Harper. In the air to left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. He's got it, and that'll do it. Solo shot for the Guardians this inning. 7th inning stretch time. This is Guardians baseball. Bottom of the 7th, stepping up for the Guardians, Andy Pajes. And a foul ball. Up the middle. Oh, great stop. Fires to first. No play. That's an infield single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in.
Man at first. And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Now he steps off. Nothing doing. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Late on that fastball. There's a swing and a miss.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Ground ball, could be 2. Quickly to second for 1. Relay to first, double play. Base is empty after the double play. Bo Naylor now at the plate. Two down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Strike 2.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby. Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Swings through it for the K. That K is his 3rd of the game. Ready to begin the 8th, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Tim Herron on to pitch out of the pen here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Hey!
Swings through that. Missed inside with the curve. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. Alec Burleson getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
The 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. Fastball is outside. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. Merrill in position, and that is that. Here in Cleveland, on to the bottom of the 8th.
Now pitching for
New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Chris Roycroft.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Waste no time there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
At the plate, Stephen Kwan. And
that's
ball
off the plate.
1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Now a quick throw to first. Altuve back safely. The Guardians up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And he gets tied up right there. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. The high heat too much on that one. Jose Ramirez, the next to hit. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. First offering way inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Quick toss to first. Altuve back safely. And the 1-0. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Carrying well. And that one is off the wall.
Up next for the
Willie
Guardians,
Adames
the
digs in now.
shortstop, Willie Adames.
And that's outside. Just missed.
Ball 2.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times
That's
pitchers are
inside.
trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Steps off, looks to third. Nothing happening. On the ground to short. Jumps, throws, saves, and they add to their lead as the run scores from third. So 1 out with 2 aboard.
Now pitching for
JoJo Romero gets the call from the pen.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost Has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Late swing, foul to the left. Runners at first and second with one gone. The 0-2. Slider misses outside. Outside low. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one missing inside. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bader should have this one. Out number 2. So first and second with 2 outs. Kyle Mansardo digs in for the Guardians. In the air, center field. Scott in and to his right. That is the inning. We go to the 9th. Now up for St. Louis, Harrison Bader. And a swing and a miss. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Way back there. And out of here. And they cut into the lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Now here is J.J. Weatherholt. On the ground, right side. And that one finds its way through.
That's back-to-back singles for him. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Now it's going to be Victor Scott. There goes the runner. And a sac bunt here. And a foul ball. Runner goes again. They pitch out. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here at the top of the 9th. Popped up. And there's one away. So back to the top of the order. Next to hit, Bo Bichette.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Runner at second here, one gone. Strike 2.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. And here's the catcher, Ivan Herrera. They're down to their final strike.
He's really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game. Messick with his first major league win.